Welcome to Optimizing YouTube for Business. My name is Christopher Neufeld, and today we're going to be discussing the importance of oftentimes particularizing your videos to very small, niche audiences. Those being specific customers and clients that you can deal with, that you want to deal with. And oftentimes, those individuals will not necessarily be looking at your video today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now. It might be many months, even a number of years from now. But because the video is very particularized to a very particular situation that you can assist them with, whether it's by way of providing them with a product or a service, you want to be able to put that in front of them and have it available to them. So when they finally are looking for it, they come across it. And it doesn't matter how many views you get, how many subscribers, how many hits you have for it. You only need to have those few contacts, because if you're doing it, there's a good likelihood that people, if they do find it and they do view it, and the circumstances are such that they could benefit from it, they will more likely than not contact you. And I talk about this from my own experience in the business field, being a lawyer, having recently done some additional videos focusing specifically on individuals in the construction field, not necessarily construction employees, but people who are in the construction field, and talking about very specific aspects related to their employment, but more specifically when they are terminated or fired from their job in that field. And as you can tell right away, there's a whole bunch of niche elements that are very particularized. And first and foremost is locality. I speak specifically to a certain area of law, which means I define out and I carve out the bulk of the English-speaking world. So even though other people might take knowledge from it, it's not specific to them, and they can elucidate information that could be beneficial in the sense that there is more to be known simply because you're defined as a construction employee. You might not be getting all the perks or payments that you're deserving of, and that there's consideration there. But once again, we're focusing on one tight area and one tight jurisdiction, and that is one particular province. And I'll speak to other provinces might have application there. Now similarly, I speak to individuals who are in the construction or construction related fields, and once again, that cuts down the number of individuals substantially. And finally, the biggest point is I'm dealing with the situation when somebody is fired or terminated from their job. So unless you are that individual who gets regularly fired from their job, where there's really not much I can help in the way from a legal sense altogether, it's not a frequent circumstance. It is a point in time within the whole employment cycle that hopefully only happens a few times over the course of one's professional career, that they have to deal with being fired or terminated from their job. Nevertheless, as you see, we constantly are breaking down the points. So there are only a very few number of people who could be presently looking for that particular video, interested in that particular video, and looking for the particular service that I'm offering to those types of individuals. Nevertheless, only if it's available, only if it can be found, will it be of utility to somebody, and will it have the potential of generating business for yourself. But where it does, it has the potential of being very effective because it touches upon a very specific element that those people who fit that categorization are looking for. And from there, they could say, this person, being myself in this instance, understands the situation I am dealing with. There is stuff that I need to understand, and from what it sounds like, there is potential beyond what I was led to believe. Because a lot of what I'm doing is trying to dispel misinformation, misconceptions, and even interpretations from other lawyers inside, but more particular outside of my jurisdiction, as well as lawyers who are talking on stuff that pertains more to the employer side and how the employer approaches stuff, or how the government looks at it in a limited way. So you see what we're trying to do. We're trying to present something to a very specific, very timely, very tight audience. And that is what you should be making a lot of your videos on if you're servicing people, if you're providing very niche products to people. Then you can do this and feel confident about it and not be disenchanted by the lack of viewership that you appear to get. Because it's not a high viewership segment. Nevertheless, it is an area where when you do have viewership and you get the right particularized viewership in your region to the niche market that you're dealing with, they are far more likely to be looking to engage your services or acquire your product. But if you don't have it out there, you're not going to be capable of selling to them. So you got to have that understanding. You got to make a move based on that, because there's considerable opportunity for making videos to very tight niche areas, to very specific customers, and those customers in very specific circumstances. Because as you can see, there's a very significant market appeal there, profit potential, to say the least, that you can build upon. But you got to be very focused and tight, and you got to be patient with it. Patience is the end game in this. It's not like somebody's going to turn around and say, well, saw a video about construction employees, now I should get myself fired or terminated. That's not how this stuff works. It takes time. It's very different from how 99% of YouTube seems to operate. This is a long-term plan. It's a long-term strategy. And you got to be prepared to do the work and not necessarily see the rewards immediately. But they will come about, and you just got to be patient and focused and concentrate on doing the best quality job you can, both in your regular work and in your YouTube marketing. Thank you.